Hello, my name is Trudy Leong, and this is George Blakemore, and this is the The Tycoon Show. Hi, George. Welcome to Can TV. He's so glad to have you here.
Oh, and I'm so glad to be here, and thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Could you describe a bit for me your role in public comment at government meetings?
Okay, my role is to be a concerned citizen and to be a voice for the people. I feel that when I'm not present, a lot of times the citizens are not represented because the elected officials love to see the citizens uninformed, unengaged, unenlightened, where they can continue with their corrupt system.
So could you give us a little insight about how you find out what the system should be and how what they're hiding?
Well, my daily duty as a concerned citizen, I look and find out on their website, my friends tell me, then I go to the city hall, city council, Cook County boards, and these various government agencies, knowingly that the people will not be there. So I'm compelled to show up to be a watchdog and to be a voice for equality and justice for the citizens of our global city and our great county and our state and our nation. We need good people coming to these meetings, speaking out on the behalf with liberty and justice for all people, and particular people of color, black people like myself, who are great-great-grandchildren and grandsons of enslaved people in America. We play a unique role in America, and we're entitled to good service contracts and jobs, and we're entitled to our reparation.
Right. The first time I saw you in action, I really admired how much research you put into your content, because I could see that you're very, very prepared, and I really admire you for that. How do you do that research? Because there's a lot of behind-the-scenes work before you could speak so well at the public comment.
Well, I was trained in college as a social scientist and as a political scientist, but that training is not what counts. Because you see one thing in the textbook, but when you go down to these government agencies and these meetings, you see something completely different. It amazes, it's just unbelievable how deep that culture of corruption is and institutional racism in our city. It's deep.
What inspired you to speak at public meetings? Because how did you first realize, see the corruption? What was the first thing that inspired you, that turned on the red light for you? Oh, that's wrong. Do you still remember?
Well, because by being a black man in America, I have seen and I'm a witness how they treat me. And by me knowing how mean spirit they are, I feel like I want to make a difference. And this is a way of my therapy. When I'm abused by the system, when it comes to taxation and representation, unequal treatment by the police department and these various government agencies, I say I'm going to these meetings and speak out on the behalf of the people, because that's what we need. And I'm not getting paid. I did not get paid to come out. all day long since 9 or 10 o'clock this morning. I was at City Hall. I was speaking on the behalf of the people when it comes to that Lincoln yard, and when it comes to these tips and what's going on with the park district and these special use areas. See, the people don't know, but I know, because I've been coming down for years and years and years. And when you're involved, repetition, consistently doing something, you learn from doing. I know how corrupt the system, because I see these political hacks on a daily basis, and they're selfish, and they're all dealing with pay to play. Young lady, we need people, power, to come to these meetings and call their elected officials out. But you know the egregious act, what goes on. We just had an election in February, and you know what the citizens do? They put them right back in. They put them right back in. The black political hacks, the Hispanic political hacks, the white, the Asian, these same people, 90% of them get right back in office, and year after year after year after year, because the people are uninformed, unengaged, unenlightened, and each alderman supposed to teach their constituents, let them know about the laws. But they want to keep them dumb because they are benefiting. It's a pay to play down there. And I challenge our new mayor-elect, Miss Lori Lightfoot. You have a big task. This is over 100 years of filth. How are you going to clean it up? What is your strategic plan? How long is it going to take you to clean up 100 years of doo-doo?
Hopefully, Mayor Lightfoot will come on Ken TV to answer those questions. We would love to have her discuss that. For all the hard work that you do, what meetings, like at city, state, or county level, is the seat of government where your public comments and your advocacy, do you think, can have the most effect, and why?
Well, I don't know if it has any effect at all, but I continue, the struggle must go on, because I see people every day. They say, Mr. Blakemore, thank you, and the people appreciate me, and I need this, because those hacks are very mean to me. When I go to those meetings, they don't want to hear me. They do not want to hear me at all. They want to silence me. They try to lock me up, handcuff me, and do all kind of atrocities to me to prevent me from speaking.
It looks like we have a caller. Caller? Do you have a...
Hi.
Hi, do you have a
Can you hear
question? Yes.
Actually, this is Mayor Tycoon. I'm just calling in. I'm watching the show, and I just thought you guys was doing an awesome job there, and I just kind of wanted to chime in with you all with the conversation. I see you got Mr. George Blakemore on the show today.
Thank
you so much for being here, George.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm so happy to see him on the show, and I like what you guys were talking about. He's extremely right. We've been dealing with a lot in this election and in this city as a whole, you know. A lot of times we go and put the same people back in and then wonder why do we get the same results. So I don't know if you had a question you wanted to ask. I did hear that you said, well, maybe I would come on and we can talk about what was that question that you were speaking about that I could possibly talk about, please.
What, George was saying, what the Mayor-elect Lightfoot is going to do about changing the status quo, about responding to the people, about not hiding things from the people, and getting rid of the corrupt system. What is she going to do about that? And I invited Mayor-elect Lightfoot to come and discuss that with us.
Yeah, I guess we have to give her a chance to see exactly what she's going to do. But, of course, I do know that she was the president of the police board back before she became the mayor of Chicago. And the very thing that she should have been doing for the people, which was make the police to be accountable, that didn't happen. So maybe she had other people that was over her that she couldn't be real with the people and tell us the truth. I don't know. But I do know that she wasn't, at that time, when we used to go, including myself, fighting for accountability from the police, that never happened. So maybe now that she's the mayor, we'll see. We'll give her an opportunity to prove if she's for the people and going to do what she needs to do for the people and be righteous by the police and by the people. Who's ever wrong, make them pay for what it is they did wrong, and we leave it as that. But I do know she was the police board president, and there was no good results from that. Nobody with no police officers that I know of that was made accountable.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mrs. Brown, for calling in and having me as your guest. But the rumor is out among the political hacks, the ultimates, that they're going to be a strong council, weak mayor, that they're going to try to control the committees. Those political hacks that in office is going to say they're going to give Miss Lightfoot a hard time. When all the other mayors that came in, they had a strong mayor and a weak council. So Miss Lightfoot is not coming in to give them money. So these other mayors was able to control them daily and by giving them money. And they always pandered to those mayors. But I don't think that Miss Lightfoot has any money to give out to them, and she shouldn't. She shouldn't give them nothing. And she should get new committees on all these committees. Some of them get extra money when they chair a committee and they have a bigger staff. She should wipe them all out, get rid of them, because the corruption is still there. Most of these old political hacks were put right back in. These old Hispanic ones, these black ones, these white ones, they have about 8 new ones coming, but the other 50, 42 or whatever, they are the same old hacks. And that's what the citizens had a chance to do, to sweep the slate. Not only get a new mayor, but get a new council. And the people failed.
Is there any way for the 8 that came in to have any influence, or because they're outnumbered, they won't have any influence?
The young lady, madam, you're correct. Their number is very small. These old hacks are still there. And we got to do something. But you know who are whole responsible for all of you out here? All of you put these hacks right back in. You put these other 42 back in. Now how you won't change? How you think Miss Lightfoot's gonna change a system that is inherently corrupt and racist?
And
so she won all of these wards, 50 wards. And these wards are headed by these ultimate men and women. So you expect her to clean up that cesspool? Do the best you can, Miss Lightfoot. Bring your own people in. Bring your own committee people in. Do your thing, Miss Lightfoot, to help us. We need you. Now you got the second chance. Miss Brown said you didn't do too much with the policeman. Maybe you couldn't. But now as the mayor of the city of Chicago, you can do something. We want you to change this corrupt system. We don't want you to go along to get along. We kind of pay to play. Chicago is the laughing stock of the nation.
Voter turnout was very low as well.
Voter turnout, they want to keep it low. They want to keep it low where they can control it. That's the purpose. Keep it low. Keep the people uninformed, unengaged, unenlightened, and you will be able to keep this corrupt system going. So we are looking for a new day, a new wind that blows into our city. When people call me from Texas, say, what's going on in Chicago with your state's attorney, with your election board, with your county board, with your sheriff department, with your police department. It is a culture of corruption. And when you fight the system, they fight back. They handcuff me, lock me up, tell me I'm doing criminal trespass on the public way. I go through hell with these hacks. When I sign up to speak my pink slips, you know what they say? Mr. Blakemore, we sorry. Oh, excuse me. I didn't know you signed up. It's not only Bert, and a lot of them are criminals. They never been arrested, but they still criminals. There's more criminals out of jail than in jail. And they're all down here at City Hall, and they never been convicted of a crime. Young lady, it's something down there.
One more question, and it's
okay. Thank you.
How has audience response changed over the years? Has it remained the same to your public comment? Has it done any good? Have you seen any changes in audience response?
The people who actually go to the various meetings, they respond very good to me. And when I see them on the street, they say, thank you, Mr. Blakemore. Thank you, Mr. Blakemore. Thank you. Give them hell, Mr. Blakemore. Give them hell. And I smile. And I appreciate that because they give me hell. And they will continue to give our whole city a bad name as long as our people do not come out, get involved in what's going on, and especially in the black community. We don't have the business, we don't have that we need and we deserve because we have poor black leadership, and our people have given up on the system and they don't even come out to vote. Young lady, you say they had very low turnout. Yeah. That means the people are turned off. They're not interested because they don't think they can make a difference.
That's exactly it. So, George, thank you so much. And make sure that next time, anybody that comes to thank you, make sure you tell them, you must vote. Otherwise, all my work it's not going to make a difference. But you can make a difference.
They can, and I want them to come down and help me. And help is not helping me. When you get involved, you're helping yourself. But remember, you can't just vote yourself out of poverty. You must make them accountable daily. Daily go to your elected officials. Daily monitor them. And when they work for you, you don't work for them. You paying their salary. You're the boss. So you don't have to pander to them. You go and demand that they do what you want them to do. People power and power to the people. And we will have justice and equality for all of our citizens in our global city. And may God bless.
Thank you so much, George. Again, we had George Blakemore on the D Tycoon Show, and my name is Trudy Leong. Thank you so much, D Tycoon, for having us on your show, and thank you again, George.
And thank you.